Okay, listen up. This is a really exciting program that the Chula Vista Police Department has launched. They're adopting this new alert system, hoping to speed up the response time for Chula Vista school emergencies. I mean, on one level, it's sad that we have to have this, but on the other level, the proactive approach that Chula Vista is taking, I really hope to see modeled elsewhere. Joining us now to discuss is Sergeant Tony Molina about this new technology. Sergeant, welcome on this Friday, which is actually your Saturday. So you're working on what would be his day off, so I appreciate you coming in.
Well, it's important work. It's important that we get this out.
You know, it really is. And I said, you know, it's sad that we need this, but it's amazing that your department is doing that. So tell us about it, the Campus 911.
Yeah, so again, thanks for having me. What we're using is Live 911 is a web-based platform that we started using back in 2020. And what it does is it really decreases the time for the officer getting the information to the time that they're hitting the field, hitting to the location where they need to be. And what I mean by that is traditionally, when a 911 call comes in, it goes to a call taker. That call taker has to put in enough information so that it can be sent to someone who's actually going to send the officers. In this case, with Live 911, the call immediately starts streaming that audio to the officers in the field. So as they hear things, they can start heading to it right away if it seems like that's what they need to do. And we actually, there's an audio clip for us to queue up if you guys are okay doing that now.
Yeah, let's take a listen.
I'm by the tennis courts, and he just jumped in my Tahoe, and he's driving away.
Okay, did he have any weapons?
I don't know, he had something in his shirt.
Okay, so did you actually see him take anything out?
No, I don't know, he had something in his shirt that he was holding. He told me to get away from the car, and he took it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and so here's the point that why I'm playing that right now. And I'm not sure if we have the image that we had that shows Live 911. However, either way, so that audio is just taken off of.
Is that the image you're talking about?
Yep,
okay, there you go.
So if you picture that audio coming in, that's just taken off online. It's just publicly available audio. Obviously, we want to protect our 911 callers,
Sure.
where current cases and stuff. But I play that because when you and I listen to that, you can hear the urgency in the person's voice, right? Mm-hmm. Again, traditionally, only the call taker could hear that. And so by the time it makes it to the dispatcher who's going to send the actual patrol units, they're typing in words, and they're just saying words. It can sound robotic at times, so the officer doesn't get that full sense. Now, if you imagine that happening from a school campus, officers are sitting there, hear that coming on, they don't even need to wait. They just start heading for it right away. Now, Eve, we have it set up with a thing called Campus Alert. It's a function within Live 911 that specifically protects our schools. And what that does is, even if the officer has it on mute because they're taking a phone call or doing anything else, or let's say the officer has only their beat set up to listen to, when a school campus has a 911 call, whether it's a cell phone or landline, it comes on. And now that alerts the officer that, hey, something's going on at a school campus. Now maybe it's accidental, but now they can hear voices screaming maybe, and they can just start heading there right away. And what does that do? It shaves off seconds, maybe longer, that can save lives. And that's what we're really wanting our community to see, is that while this is just one component of what we're doing to keep our schools safe, our community safe, it's an important one, and we're willing to take a look at any technology, any other method of doing things to get us there faster, and this is one of those.
This is truly brilliant, because we heard so much about these kids who were under their desks in Uvalde calling, please, send police, help me, that he's shooting. And if an officer, if you heard that, what would be your response?
Yeah, so absolutely, I'm not waiting to be dispatched. I see it's from a school. I hear a kid screaming, crying, whatever it is. There's no need to wait to hear what it is. You just start heading for it. And again, shaving off seconds can make a huge difference. If we can save 1 life, 2 lives, 3 lives, hopefully all lives, that's going to make a huge difference to a lot of people.
So it's still just the regular 911, but it's then live for that certain officer that's in that area, or if it comes out of a school, it goes to everyone. Am I bottom lining it?
Correct. It is the 911 call, which a lot of people are surprised to find out that officers don't hear that we haven't in the past.
You have to weed through. Yeah. There are so many, I mean, we know kids that call 911 asking for ice cream. You know, the amount of calls we get into the newsroom about people wanting to, you know, to change the green lights, I don't know. But you have to weed through some of them. So I understand the value of having a dispatcher, but in a time of a school crisis, you have now taken that middleman out.
Yes, that's correct. And obviously there's a whole lot of other functions to dispatch. In this case, we're talking about just getting that information about what's going on to the officer immediately. And that can also help us de-escalate situations because when someone calls in and says somebody has a gun, when we're listening to the audio, it may not actually sound like they're giving us the truth. So in some situations, we all can, as officers, go, hey, something's not right about this. I think they're setting somebody up. Obviously, we're going to be safe, but we're armed with more information. So that's another benefit of Live 911. But again, Campus Alert, which is what we want people to understand today as far as school safety in particular, is such a great add-on to this. And we started using that in July in 2021, and it's been a great function for us.
All right, so this is active now.
Correct.
Active now. All right. Tremendous work by the Chula Vista PD. Thanks so much for coming in and sharing with us. And again, I really hope other departments, I hope the rest of the nation adopts this.
Oh,
this is something that you really need to have in your law enforcement tool bag for sure. Sergeant, thanks so much for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Logan.